What?
So I'm standing in,
Kyle swears
and
in
I
his
have a confession
presentation
to make, which is I organise Pecha Kucha, but I have never ever done a full Pecha Kucha.
This is cheating, by the way. He's talking without time.
So I'm going to do it. I'm going to remedy it, and I'm going to waste time and a slide by putting Jackie Chan up. Let's begin. Natasha Cutts is someone you've probably never met before. She's a lady based in London. And as you know, London is a dark and dismal place. And she tries to brighten up London by giving gifts. She leaves them in random places around, little badges that people can find. She set up a new project, which was a photographer one, hence Polaroid. And she invited artists, photographers to come and take 10 images using disposable cameras, which would then feature in an exhibition where people could take them away for free at the end. So it's that kind of like reciprocity. And I was one person who was chosen, weirdly, to take part. And I didn't know how to do it. So I have my best ideas at gigs, and this is a joy formidable. And as I was bopping along, I thought, hang on, what if I actually did my project, but not do it myself, but leave it to serendipity?
Oh, what?
The idea behind it being that if I ask people to actually send me to locations in London and then take photos for them, rather than just letting people say, go to the Tower of London, I asked people to send halves of coordinates. So 2 random people would send 2 halves of coordinates with a geographical limit, so they don't send me to Timbuktu, within London. And they did that. So friends and randomers sent me the coordinates, I fixed them together, plotted it on a map, and charted a journey around London. It took 2 trips. And then what follows now is a photo montage. This is the first photo, which is outside a hotel. It's quite a posh hotel outside Hyde Park. The dot actually fell within the hotel, but I was too scared to go inside, so I went around, took a photo of this glorious and that is the image. The second one displays why I am bad at photography, because I managed to get my trainer and knee into the shot. Those trainers are actually in the back there, so you can see them later. This is in Battersea Park. There was actually kids running around, so me wandering around with a camera was not the best thing, so I took a picture of a tree. The third picture actually demonstrates why this project was actually good and it had legs, because I would never have seen this building before. This building was down a back street and a side street in the south-east near Battersea Park. It's a beautiful building. Why is it hidden away, all this like architecture and stuff? And this project was allowed me to see this new side of London, which I never go to usually. Unfortunately, the next dot fell in someone's back garden, and I did consider jumping over the brick wall. However, the man was stood outside. He was fat and shirtless with a lawnmower. And I decided not to, so voyeuristically I did that and took the shot and then hid behind the wall to do that. And this one's just of a tree. So sometimes it's saying to boring places in London. This one actually so happened to be around the corner in Roehampton from someone I fancied at primary school, which I kind of connected with loosely, but didn't happen. Oh, not connecting that way, we just...
Hello.
There's a red thing in the corner, which is quite cool. This one was in Richmond Park. Fortunately, the ground consciousness of Twitter actually sent me to really nice places in London and all the parks. And this one fell in a golf course, so I wasn't going to be able to go to that particular hole there. So I just sort of stood back a bit and took a picture there. But I saw some nice deer, which I was going to feature in, but it was too boring in the shot, so I stopped. This is of a brick wall. This is an interesting story, actually, because this dot fell right in the middle of a Jewish cemetery. And when I walked in, there's a beautiful building in the middle. I got accused of being a terrorist by the gardener. And so I had to retreat. So I thought I'd show you. Here's the dot, there's the building. Terrorist incident happened, my incident happened there. And so I tried to get into this homeless hostel here to take an overview shot here, but they wouldn't let me into the homeless hostel either. So I took the picture about here in the direction there. So there's a bit of a flake out, but it was okay. This dot fell on the middle of train tracks. I didn't want to die, so I had to think, how would I take a picture of that spot? I got on a train. So I was sat here, watching the dot with the camera, And as it went over, I took the picture, and it happened. And then the other dot fell on another train track, so there's two similar images. This one actually fell quite near my other friend, who I'm not connected with, or a friend who's connected with, but not in that way. And so I took the picture there. So yeah, that was the image. There's not a lot to say about it, it's just blurry. This one's quite cool. It's nice pastel shades and stuff. This was in the middle of, this is the last one by the way, so don't worry. It's in a sports ground. I thought I was not going to get in because it's posh. Spoke to the barman, I told him the story and he let me in. So I was wandering around the hockey pitch and I took a photo. And then I went back to the bar and spoke to his friend and told him the story, and that's his friend's response. What can you say to that? I kind of half agree. It's cool. There is a point to this. We spend so much time nowadays focusing so much on where Google sends us, what's the recommendation, where to go, that we don't allow serendipity to take us to strange places in London, or indeed elsewhere in the world. So I encourage you to do this. Get coordinates, send yourself to random places in any city, not just London, Manchester. I'm going to try and do it in Manchester at some point soon, and in Paris or wherever. And these are just the final couple of shots from the actual exhibition. So at least 4 people took away the shots at the end of it. The more interesting ones were left. I don't know what happened, I don't have them anymore. They're in someone's bin. But yeah, so that's the story from me.